Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Fun of Fancy VFX's video. I'm a little bit of pain, so I might be a little bit slow or miss something. But we're not going to be talking about the Neo Vision Plus Awakening of Dwayne because he is for some reason, AR chainer. He's an AR chainer who that chaining family has not been relevant in years. So, not really worth even talking about. His SLB doesn't even do anything. It just boosts his modifier of that AR chain mostly. He does get some other ones, but he's not worth talking about. So we're not gonna do that. So one negative for this Hyoh already, he's not true Brave Shift like at the global version. He is only for 4 turns, so that's gonna limit his damage quite a bit. Let's talk about his Brave Shift form. So let's get the negative out of the way. The Brave base form sucks. You don't want to use any of these abilities. Like any of these one-time abilities in his base form because it's not worth it. Pretty much none of this is really... the field effect is okay, but... And then your eyes do not deceive you. He gets modifier boosts per EX level, so that's already a big red flag for me. Some people in my Discord have already fallen for it, but I would not pull based on this because they've done this before. They'll put out someone that looks really good with something new that they've never done before, right before the end of the month. And I think some of you have already caught on, because there were some comments saying, "Oh, I'm still gonna wait until the end of the month," which is a good decision. You should always wait for the first of the month banners, because those were the actual value lies. Squall has a lot of value. This guy has huge modifiers, but not true Brave Shift. At least he is a Brave Shift, but he's not true Brave Shift. And it's a cash grab. Like, you need EX levels for him to be even stronger. So, yeah, he gets hella mods, but you need him to be EX3 to be at max power. So, as I said, his base form sucks. This is not worth using. 90% defense, 90% attack and magic break, though. I mean, that's something, I guess. Most times I'm so used to doing like 85% breaks now on some units because they don't have higher breaks nowadays. And then in his Brave Shift form, now you'd like to use some of these abilities here, which is the exact same. It's nice that he has this, and also nice that he has this. There's some nice things in there. Is any of this worth it? A full break, and also LB fill. That's pretty good. So you get like an additional bonus because you're chaining on top of getting LB fill on top of that. That's pretty cool. And then he gets the same thing in the Brave Shift form too. So his modifier is going to be very high. Just the problem with that is that he does get the LB mod for 1 turn, but it's not really going to do anything because unless you have like someone who can imbue, and also, I don't know. This would be good for like if you just want to kill something in like 1 or 2 turns, which is possible in some of the weaker stages of an event, like a harder event of some kind, I guess. Okay, so imbues, leader skill, whatever. And then he has 27 hits instead of 30. I mean, it was pretty obvious that he was not going to get 30. And there's his modifier. So he has multiple elements he can choose from. He's not locked to an element like before, because his amp is 300% for fire, lightning, or dark. So he's not locked to any element. He's locked. Well, he's technically locked to 3. I mean, being locked to 3 elements is pretty good, especially if you're locked to dark and fire. I mean, that's pretty good elements to be locked to be honest. And lightning as well is also not too bad. So the damage is going to get very high. If you can get him to EX3, he is probably the best chainer in the game, but you need to go to EX3, which is already super expensive, and I don't think they're offering anything special for the banner. We're gonna take a field trip and look at that real quickly for you guys to decide if it's worth it to you. But anyways, He's good, but I think he's a cash grab, in my opinion. So what do I think about him in terms of being a unit? I don't like that he's not true brave shift, so that's going to dock a little bit of points. But his power is obviously very high. We got to look at some other factors besides, because you're gonna see if you go to like Ultima, they're gonna give him a really high score, but they're not gonna tell you about the month, where we are currently in the month, the cash grab aspect of this character, and the true they might mention that he doesn't have infinite turns, but remember, guys, it's the month is almost over, and like you can't ignore this. That they want you to go to EX3 for new full power, and you could probably settle for EX2 because you'd still get 175 times mod, but it wouldn't feel the same as getting more. Also, I think you get the other ones for the 5-turn one, or maybe you don't. Do you? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so you get the 5-turn one as well. So it's actually like 275 times in total. That one's for free. The 100 times. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 9 out of 10 because he's very powerful, but he's not gonna go any higher than that because no true brave shift, and the time of the month is not very good for him because the next month's banner could actually be so powerful that we completely forget about this guy. Now let's look at in-game and see what value they give us. So let's check to see what the banners look like. Also, by the way, don't get fooled if you're on AndApp. There's like, they added ads, by the way, to this game, which is not looking too, that's not a good sign. Actually, is it even in here? Oh, here it is. So don't fall for this. If you're playing AndApp, do not fall for this because this is not an ad thing. If you're on mobile or like an emulator, you can actually click on this and run ads like in global, and you'll get a pull that's 10% New Vision summon. But on AndApp it doesn't work, so whatever. Just wanted to mention that. Anyways, let's see what we've got going on here. So the value is just it's the same as you always get. So there's nothing in here that's screaming like you need to pull this guy, because there's nothing here that's helping you out more than usual. It's the same step up that they've had for probably, what, like 2-3 years? And then that's all paid stuff. There's not, like, what's the shop look like? It's probably the same as it always is. Yep, 12 tickets still. And yeah, this shop sucks, but whatever. So I would not pull. He might be really good, but I wouldn't pull unless you really like Hyoh. I like Hyoh. I tried doing dailies for him. Apparently I had 5 tickets. I don't know where those came from. I did get a Neo Vision drop, or I mean not a drop, but it dropped Neo Vision because it started as blue, and then it went to Neo Vision, and then it was Neo Vision Plus, but it was the new Grand Shell, so that kind of sucked because he's the X3 already. Oh well. So it looks like I'm not getting him for free. It is what it is, but I wouldn't pull because we should be waiting until the end of the month to see what the next banner is going to be, because it's probably going to be a lot better than this. Alright guys, thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. See you in the next video. Peace.